What's up, guys? TT here. Thought I'd do a break, just go on live for no reason at all, really, just to have something to do, hang out here. Let me send. Still experimenting with this business. Don't know what to make of it. Figured it's something to do. Oh, is that better when I shut that off? Now I still get the glare on my. Let me see. Yeah, it's not a whole lot better. It is what it is. I always just throw some things in the background, see how it turns out. There's no telling. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Just thought I'd pop on. I gotta turn the stand off. That's annoying. Hold on. I'm back. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Today is Thursday the 10th, I think. Just thought I'd pop on and see how everybody's doing and take advantage of nobody being on yet. I think people will probably be on later tonight, but got home from work early. Nothing to do. Wife's working late. So I thought I'd pop on here and went through storage, and I got a bunch of these things. These 88 Donruss cellos. I figured, well, pop on here and bust some of these just for the heck of it. Like I said, I got lots of this stuff taking up space. So anyway, hope everybody's doing good. And, this was the 88 Donruss. Boy, that glare is horrid. Which window is that? Oh, that's the kitchen window. Yeah, well, like I said, I'm no good at this. But anyway, 88 Donruss cellos. They overproduce this stuff, I believe. I got lots of this. But we'll open some of these up. See what we can find in here. If you happen to pop on and you want to make a comment, you can. You don't have to if you don't want to. Still waiting on my 100 sub giveaway. Bob Welch, Eastern Michigan guy. He left Eastern Michigan right before I got there. Bob Welch in the Eastern Michigan Hall of Fame. Oh, upside down. What is with these card companies? All right. Shane Raleigh. Diamond King. Dale Sneem. Oh my goodness. Upside down. Right side up. Inside out. Bruce Hurst. Gary Ward. Darrell Evans. RBI Baseball. Evans is what it was on RBI Baseball. Darrell was a good one. We picked him up right before the 84 season. Free agent. I think he was out west, maybe San Francisco, and became a free agent. They wouldn't pay him his money, so he went to highest bidder. I must have been Detroit. Came here and did good for us. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer there, a little off center. Freddie Lynn, also with the Tigers at one point in time. As you guys can tell, I'm a Tigers guy. Bobby Thigpen, Mark McGwire, Diamond King. Nice. Those puzzle pieces. I don't remember who the puzzle was that year. Warren Spahn, maybe? Oh, Stan Musial. Yeah, no. Stan Musial. Rick Honeycutt. He's been popular in the breaks lately since that Topps Archives Signature Retired Edition came out. I think I've seen a few of his come out. Not the guy I'd probably want a signature from, but look a gift horse in the mouth sometimes, I guess. Doug Jones, Perez, Tim Berper, Bill Gullickson, another guy who was with the Tigers once. Sellers, Doyle Alexander. Doyle Alexander, 88 Tigers, 1987. The Tigers were coming down the stretch to the pennant against the Blue Jays. They wanted to make sure that they were going to put over the top. Traded John Smoltz prospect for Doyle Alexander. Did win us the American League East that year. Unfortunately, they lost to the Twins right after that. And who knows where Doyle went? We all know where John Smoltz went and what happened with him. I was all 3 of those games, 87, final series against the Blue Jays, 3-game series at Tiger Stadium. I went to all 3 games. That was fun times. Mintz, Gonzalez, Winningham, Hassey, Lucas, Chili Davis, Collier, Booker, Jones, Darren Dalton, Ken Caminiti. Might be his rookie card. Yep, Caminiti. Willie McGee, Bob Boone, Aaron Boone's pop. 3 generations there. Bob Boone's dad, Ray Boone, was also a major league player with the Tigers. And Bob came along, and then he had Aaron, and Boone's continued. Pete Incaviglia, another guy that was with the Tigers once. Rated rookie, Joey Meyer. Jose Canseco. McGuire and Canseco in the same pack. Boy, back in the day, been geeked about that. Oops, I hit my screen and it makes it bounce. If that's making you seasick, I'll have to figure out another way to do that. Anyways, let's stack those cards back here. I'm not opening these for any particular reason. I was just going to open them to have something to do myself, so I thought I'd just pop on. Let's see who's on the front here. Rick Leach. I think that is former U of M quarterback. And I can't tell who's on the back. I never had a live stream where people were on at the same time and commented. I may have to set this up differently to be able to see those. I don't know how this works. I'm a rookie. But we all got to start someplace. Where's the wires? Killing my arm. Okay, there we go. Rick Leach. Blue Jays #1 left-handed pinch hitter. We do DH the last 2 seasons. Was 2-sport star at U of M, quarterbacking Wolverines. Boy, I remember those days. Late 70s. Danny Wally went to a lot of those games when I was a middle schooler. My buddy's dad in middle school used to be a volunteer usher at the Big House, University of Michigan Stadium, and we'd get in free to see the games. Mike Campbell, rated rookie. Jody Reed. Oh boy, the corner on that is horrid. Look at that thing. That's what happens with these cello packs. They're packed so tight, over time they shrink. Look at the centering on that card. Good Lord. Nice diagonal cut. Slick. Slick stuff. Tommy John. Tommy John surgery fame. Willie Hernandez. Boy, he was the guy in '84 for the Tigers. MVP and Cy Young Award winner of the American League 1984. Jim Rice. Hall of Famer. Mike Felder. Mike Young. A couple of unusual puzzles. And I get to Flipola. Jeffrey Leonard. Jeff Dedman. Rafael Palmeiro. I didn't do that stuff. No, I didn't do that. I certainly didn't touch that stuff. No, not me. Magadan, Kingery, Cerruti, Kent Herbeck. Kent Herbeck was a good ball player. He was a thorn in the Tigers' side. Many times, him and his buddy Kirby. Deafness might like that card. The Minnesota guy. Set that aside. Guy Eddie Diamond King, too. Put that in a pile there. Fernandez, Atherton. Keith Hernandez. Who's the second spitter? Mark Langston. Keith Hernandez on Seinfeld. I remember that. Let's see. Whoosh. Hubbard. Another Chili Davis. Another Valier. Looks like we've started the same pattern over again. I must have a sheet C done, or Caminiti. McGee, Boone, Long, Incaviglia. I've seen these guys before. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, let's bust some more. Nothing else happening around here. Just Sat down and opened up a cold one. Got home from work. Thought ice cream. Who's on the back here? Michael. Something. I can't read it through the back. Especially when I don't have my glasses on. One of the fun things that comes with age. My sight used to be perfect. And you start getting older like me. 54 right now. And one of the fun things is you can't see anything. Ted Simmons. Cardinals for a long time. Brewers name? Yeah. Benito. Walker. Barrett. Dunn. Heskett. Kirby Puckett. Speak of the devil. Build it and they will come. Kirby Puckett. Deafness like that one. Nice centered. That's off a little bit. It's 88 down. So what are you going to do? Spillman. Tommy Brookins. He was manager at Erie. The Double-A affiliate of the Tigers. I don't think he still is. Tony Phillips, another guy that used to be with the Tigers. Kenny Williams, a couple unusual. Dale Murphy, MVP. I think the MVP was different than the regular card. He had an MVP card, then he had a regular card. I don't know if they weren't considered insert. They were in BC 14, so I don't know if that was a pretty common card. So Treadway, Brower, Pulowski, Wilkinson, Leaper, Fernando with a bat. Gonna smash his fingers, holding the bat wrong. What are you gonna do? Checklist. Mariano Duncan, Diaz, Farr, Henke, Will Clark. You know something with the Giants. Shane Raleigh, Rock Raines, off center. Billy Buck, R.I.P. A couple nice autographs of his. You won't be seeing too much of those now in the archives probably, but I got a number 1 of 25. It was a tribute redemption, I think. I think I might still have it. Ward, McGriff, Clements, Hughes, Collinson, Palmer, Candiotti, Ken Phelps. Like Campbell was the guy who was on the back. I couldn't read who that was. All right. I don't know what goes on here. Anyway, I hope everybody's day is going good. They said there's not a lot going on here. People texting me from work. Oh yeah, I forgot they were doing that. Let me respond. Tell them to leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's bust some more. Nothing else happening here. I see this is very populated stream. I figured as much though. Like I said, if I was going to sit and bust these all by myself to pass some time, I figured why not just turn the camera on. And it's very possible that my internet connection is horrid because I have horrid internet. I yell at them about that all the time. But Ruben Sierra, boy, he was good, but just kind of phased out. Fizzled out. Hammaker, Clements, Walker, Brown, Gardner, Marzano, Tony Gwynn, R.I.P. Man, he was a hitter. Stricker, upside down, inside out, flip it around. Bannister, Udeby, Caskill, McGaffigan, Gallego, Candiotti again. Dino, Schiraldi, Charles Hudson, Dave Bergman, first baseman DH for the Tigers. Big year in '84 for us. Lots of clutch hits. Famous Monday Night Baseball at bat. Home run. It was a 13-14 pitch at bat at least. My brother was at that game. I wasn't. I had a little league game I had to go to. I wasn't able to. No, that was '84. '84 was that at bat. I'm thinking of a different game. '84, I wasn't at that game. That was 84 was the first summer after my freshman year in college. I went to a lot of games that year. I didn't go to that one though. You know what game? I don't know what game I'm thinking of. I know my brother was at the Fidrich Monday Night Baseball game. That's the one that I was in a Little League game, and still I couldn't go to that one. My dad, my sister, and my brother went Monday Night Baseball Fidrich 76. Kirby Puckett. Another Puckett. Good guy to have a couple of. Lenny Dykstra. He's a guy with issues. Mike Aldrete. He was on the RBI baseball roster, original RBI baseball. I remember his. I don't know what happens. Keep plugging away. I just throw random. Ooh, I hit my screen again. Let me give you guys seizures. I just throw random things in the background here. These are some Masterworks cards that I picked up. First pack of Masterworks I bought because I like all kinds of collectibles. Stopped into my card shop, local card shop, and guy had the Masterworks in. I bought 2 boxes. First pack I opened, first box I got the numbered R2D2 Kenny Baker. What number that is. And then I also picked up the Chewbacca on a later box. Magic Bird. I got a pretty big collection of those. I think I got 4 or 5 of those. Sunlight starting to pop in on my backdrops here. Yeah, well. And plus another one. Oh, let's see. This doesn't do any good to bust it if I don't have it in front of the camera. Bill Buckner. There he is again. I wonder what an 88 cello Bill Buckner showing could be worth. I bet you it's less than 99 cents. Which is what the sticker price is on these packs. Suggested retail price of $19.88. 99 cents. Buckner Award. Browning. Louisiana Lightning. Yeah, I'm a old school guy, older cards. I mean, these are new cards to me, but some of you guys, these are old cards, I guess. Candiotti again, Phelps, Campbell. Well, I've seen these guys before. Larry Herndon, big player, big home run in that last game of the season, 87. Tigers. How's that game? That was nice. Taveros, Hassey, Jankavilia, Williamson, Bass, Tommy John, Lefferts, Moore, Bell, Bragg, Saban, Hubie, William, the Bull, Leon Durham, Cubbies, Bill Schroeder. He was on the RBI Baseball original. Manny Trio, Chuck Krim, the bad corner. Like I said, that happens on those cellos, and especially with these 88 Donruss. Thin cardstock. Super thin cardstock. It just bends so easily. You can bend it like that, and it still doesn't crease. Eventually, you can get it to crease, I bet. I don't know. Baseball card collector. Hey, somebody's in here. Look at that. Yes, I haven't checked my email. I know I shot you. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I saw the original note, and I shot you back to send me my address. I'll check it again when I get off here. And yeah, I got no issues. I just picked that card up on a whim. I like to help support those guys. It seemed like a neat card, but I got no problem sending it to you, and we'll work something out sometime. Yeah, no biggie. I'm all about community and helping guys out, and yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. You know, if that card means that much to you, by all means, I'll send it to you. No worries. But yeah, I did get your email. Absolutely. Like I said, I've never done this kind of stuff before, but I was gonna sit down and open some cards when I got home by myself. I got home from work early. Figured, well, be pathetic to do it on my own. I've done that enough. I just pop on here and do it. Like I said, I'm trying not to make everybody dizzy every time I bump this thing. It shakes around. But no, cool. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Rick Russell, a big league brother that played too. Was it Steve? Steve and Rick? What would you want in return? I don't have much Tiger stuff. No, you don't need to give me the Cabrera relic, brother. I got 3 or 4 of those myself, dude. I'm good with Cabrera relics. Yeah, probably seriously, no worries, man. I'll just send it to you. We'll work something out someday. I'm not concerned about it, man. Greenwell. Yeah, the shipping will be the big thing. You probably don't want me to send it PWE, I wouldn't imagine. Plain white envelope. I'd send it for 50, whatever stamps are now, 54 cents or something. You probably want it. Shipping is what's gonna get me on that. But we'll talk on email. I'll get back on email and we'll figure something out. Korea. Joey Meyer, Brewers. Tony Pena. Well, he was a hard-nosed player. Andres Galarraga. Bill Wegman. Young Carmen. Bill Madlock, Tigers. Paul Molitor, MVP. See, that's a different card than the other one. I mean, I guess it was an insert, but not insert like you see these days. I don't know if he sent my box yet or not, buddy. I already have a box from BITG. If I can snag him before he sends it out, I don't know if he's already sent it though. I believe I got an email from him saying that my package already shipped. So maybe I dropped the ball on that one. I should have just had him pumping in the ears, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Lose $3. That's not the worst thing in the world. I will make it happen somehow. Dixon, Williams, O'Brien, Hubbard, Diamond King, yeah. Wally, Newton, Spillman, Mike Pigliario. My brother used to call him Pigliario. It's Paliarulo. Mattingly. Nice card after that one. Donald Mattingly. Donald Arthur Mattingly. My bad. Flannery, Moses, Miller. Rock Reigns. I got that Rock Reigns already. Hey, what's up, JDLS? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, that card that BCC is talking about, I picked up, I think it was BITG's auction. It was me, number 31 out of 99. I think that BCC really wanted the card, so I can make that happen. No worries. Oh, he's been right my way. Yeah, I was explaining to BCC. I got home early from work. Wife's still at work. She's working late and had nothing going on. I grabbed this box out of my cases I got in the basement. I got a lot of this 88 downers. Actually, I got a lot of other stuff too, but I was going to bust it and figured, well, it's pathetic to do it on my own. I'll just pop on here and do a stream at the same time and see who pops in. I never had anybody pop in when I was doing a live, so it's kind of cool. I don't do nearly as good a job as those other guys do, I don't think. And I just got random stuff I threw in the background that I had laying around in my office. I decorate with different things. So every time I do a live, I'll probably throw something different in the background. My unopened Three Stooges NES game. I got a couple Masterworks autograph cards that I'd gotten out of the first boxes I got. That R2-D2 Kenny Baker's numbered. Was it 5 out of 28 maybe? Yeah, my PSA 8. Irving Johnson. Larry Bird rookie. Damaso Garcia. Joe Price. Look at his face. What are you taking my picture for? What the heck? It's funny. Tom Brunansky. Well, he was a good hitter. Beat up on the Tigers a lot. I know that. Rob Deere, his stint with the Tigers. Gorman Thomas of his day. Home run or strikeout. Although that's the way things are nowadays, I guess. Home run or strikeout. Okay, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he already signed up, but we'll figure it out. If he didn't, then I'll have him pop it in yours. And no issues, man. It's all good. It's all good. Harold Baines. Babyface Baines, my brother used to call him. Babyface Baines. Even with a beard, he still had a look like a kid. Hall of Famer, I guess, huh? I don't know about that. Kind of borderline, but I guess if you're in the hall, you're in the hall. No complaints. I shouldn't apologize for being in the hall, I guess. So, Terry McGriff, Cerrone, Pasqua, Nelson, Bankhead, McLemore, Von Calderon. Well, I picked up a lot of his. I thought he was going to be something, man, and I picked up a bunch of his rookie cards, and I lose. Jack McDowell, Tony Phillips. Corey Snyder. He started off like a house of fire. Oil Can Boyd. Calhoun, Fletcher, Horn, Brumley, Ray Knight. Wife was a professional golfer. Nancy Lopez. Dave Bergman. We talked about. I already had that card. Every time I pulled my arms back, I hit that thing and it shakes like there's an earthquake. At least that's what it looks like on the screen. Look at a stack of these Donruss now. I get stacks and stacks and stacks of those things already. But I don't care. Doesn't matter. PSA 10 checklist showing on the pack. It's going to be worth something. See, these things are packed so tight. Look how tight these things are. The corners bent right down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, everything. I like the, 88. I like the 88 Fleer. That was okay. 88 Topps was, the 88 Fleer is probably the best product of the three, I think. Looking. The score was okay, but the pictures were kind of out of focus. Goofy. I don't know. At least from memory. I don't know. I've got a bunch of that stuff too. I got cases of 88, 89 score rack packs, I think. I haven't even busted yet. 89 really needed the upper deck to come out. That kind of re-kicked me into gear a little bit when the 89 upper deck came out. I have a bunch of that. But like I said, this stuff is so thin. But yeah, the 88 Fleer would be my choice of the 88 best 88s. Oh, let's see. So there, Rock Reigns MVP. Putin, Biglierio, Paliarulo. Some unusual puzzle pieces. Maybe I'll put the puzzle together after I opened up all the. Picked up a box of 89 Donruss. That's Ken Griffey, rated rookie. Yeah, I got 3 or 4 cases of the rack packs. The 72 rack pack boxes sealed still, I think. Many a cold night when I had nothing to do, I've attempted to bust those, and boy, I'm sure glad I didn't. Randy Johnson in there too, I believe. Randy Johnson, Griffey, Alexander, Durham, Gerald Perry, Denny Martinez. Pitcher. My kid's got a Denny Martinez bobblehead. They picked up at Rochester Red Wings minor league game when we were out there one time. Actually, that minor league game that we were at where they picked up the Denny Martinez bobblehead, Joe Mauer was playing for Rochester Red Wings at that time, and got to see him in the minors. He was all, I mean, even then he was hype, big time. They were all over him. Let me see. 72, nice. You could do a buy-in with them. Yeah, I'm not real. I've never done a lot of this stuff before. I mean, if people would be interested in something like that, they can leave a note on the bottom. I mean, I wouldn't mind busting some of those up, but to do it on, like I said, to do it on my own, to bust it open, and that way, if I pull the pack out at random and somebody had bought it and it had Griffey on top, they may, I wouldn't bust it for them. We could just bust the rack and say, here's the rack pack, who's on top, type deal, and that's the one that you're going to get sent. I could bust it if people wanted me to, but I wouldn't think if you had a Griffey or a Johnson on top that anybody would want that busted. I could be wrong. I mean, is that more of a niche collectible way of doing things than a lot of people have, is unopened packs? Not a big thing these days, obviously, with the way packs are sealed off and you can't see them. But I was always a big guy when I was a kid. I'm gonna search all the rack packs to find my Tiger guys on top. Remember back, my mom would go to the grocery store and I'd look through all the racks. This is mid to late 70s. I'd find all the Tigers so I can get the Tigers, and I still got some of those with unopened with guys on top. Unfortunately, they're Tigers, but I mean, fortunately, that's what I liked, so that's what I collected. I'm sure I flipped by many 78 Eddie Murray on top of a rack pack and went right past it looking for a Tiger. But Mark McGuire, Diamond King, the second one of those I popped out of here. Lance Parrish, he was my guy right there, Lance Parrish. Yep, he was the big wheel, we called him here in Detroit. Big wheel. And Quisenberry, the submarine pitcher. Dale Murphy, second Dale Murphy got out of there. Rafael Palmeiro. Klaus, Riho, Fisher. Yeah, I mean, that's what we kind of did. We wanted our guys. We weren't looking for hits. We weren't looking for autograph cards. We were looking for our favorite players, and your hometown guys were those guys most of the time. Add that to the stack. I might only do a couple more of these today. My cold premiere that I'm currently having is running low. Picked up a case of it today and forgot to get some more limes. I'm real happy about that. My own fault. Mike Jackson, Manrique, Spillman, Tommy Brookins, Tony Phillips, Candiotti again, Danny Glad, the pest. I'm sure that Minnesota guys didn't think he was, but I thought he was. Franco, Glenn Davis, Castillo, Ashby, Schofield, Dwight Evans, Pasquale, Witt. Yeah, I still put the base set together. I do the same thing. I'll buy a box every year when the new product comes out. I get a box of jumbos and I get a box of regulars, hobby, and then I'll put the base set together, put them in order. Then I take Jim Rice, the third one of those, I think, and then I'll put the set together. Put it in the box, and the doubles I kind of stick in another box. I still try to put a set together. The prices are definitely higher now, although back in the day, spending 30 cents a pack, 30 cents a pack, that was a lot of money back then too. For a kid, mid 70s. late 70s, digging. People hear stories all the time, but, literally going into the living room and trying to beat my brother, when the new cards came out, to digging through the sofa to find some change so I could run up to the store and get a couple packs of cards. Looking for change everywhere, doing odd jobs for the neighbors, trying to save a little bit of money just so we could get on our bike and ride up to the store and get a couple packs of cards. I remember doing that 75 minis. That's for sure. 1975 minis. I remember the guy up at the store, about a mile down the road from our house. We'd pop on our bikes and drive down there. And there wasn't a lot of kids in the neighborhood that bought cards, but he knew we were always coming, so he always got them for us. He always had them in stock. I remember 75 was the first year my brother actually told him to order him a whole box. My brother was going to buy the whole box. He had a worm farm that he had, and he sold worms out by the road because we lived down the road from a lake. He'd sell all the worms, and he saved up enough to get an entire box of 75 minis. Yeah, exactly. One pack with 8 cards. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my brother paid, I don't know how much he paid for that 75 mini box. My guess would be $6-7. $5, $6, $7 for the entire box of 75 minis. I remember when he brought that box home. Man, that was amazing. I sat there and watched him open every pack. He wouldn't let me touch them. He worked hard to save that money. He put 2 sets of those 75 minis together that year by buying packs. And I didn't buy as many as he did, but I bought when I could. That was Yount, Brett, rookies, Nolan Ryan. Even that back then, those were the big card. Big card. The Brett and the Yount weren't big back then. But we were looking for Tigers. But yeah. Stubbs, Dolly, Orge, Robbins. I'm doing a horrible job going through these cards. I'm not even looking at them. Mike Heath, Tigers, Smiley, James, Foley, J.B. Moyer, Reed, Fletcher, Brock Ramirez, Lynch, Brennan, Canseco, Zig, and Dico, Ortiz, Manny, Trio, Rock Rains. I got a bunch of him. Mike Scott. See the corners. That's what happens to the corners on these cards. They get bent from those cello packs. Well, that's for certain. Yep, I miss those days. Good days. Today's good days too. I'm not the kind that says, boy, I wish I could go back. I miss the days and they were fun days, but I'm not going to sit there and say I wish I could go back. There was tough times back then too. And I wouldn't trade anything that's happened to me since. So I wouldn't go back to it, do it again. Just fond memories. Yeah, the cello packs. And especially over time, I think they tighten up even more when you got them in storage. See these ones. No, these ones come right out of the pack. Right? A crease on them. I don't know if you can see that on here or not. Actually, a crease in these top few cards. That's got to be a production thing. I can't believe the cello would tighten up that much to make a crease on those cards. And the corner's bad. Anyway, probably nothing in here worse hurting anyway. I don't think a PSA 10 of anything in $88 is necessarily huge. Sweet Lou should be in the hall. Samuel, Franco, Bradley, Guillen. Upside down, inside out. Flip the card around. Yeah, I've never done this before, and I'm sure my internet speed is horrid, so it may be lagging and breaking up, and I don't know. It looks good on my screen, but I can't really tell what the stream is looking like. And I know if I popped on my phone to look at it, then I could probably disconnect from my internet and try to do that. It wouldn't affect my speed. I never thought of doing that, popping on here and seeing what it looks like. Well, I won't leave Greg Gross on the screen while I'm doing that. Kurt Manwaring. I'll put some form of formidable player on there while I'm while I'm waiting, Tommy John, Willie Hernandez. I liked Willie Hernandez. People don't think much of him, but I'll get on there and I'll get on there and take a look at it. Sorry, I didn't see that. I go to bed early than most of these guys, I think. I live in Michigan, but I usually have to be up at 5:30 to go to work, so I try to stay on, but a lot of these guys go late. But no, I'm gonna pop on there and look at it after I get off here. I'll jump in on your live stream. Maybe I did. Let me see. I know I jumped in on a few when I got home. I was sitting out in the yard drinking a cold beer, and actually started getting chilly. So I came in and thought, well, I'll bust a box of cards. But I'll pop over there when I'm off here and take a look. Yeah, so you're kind of like me then. The first live stream, you're kind of just learning how to make sense of it, and I don't even know what I'm going to make of it. I don't know if I'm going to try to sell stuff, and I want to hone in on other guys' territories. You know, they're pretty established and they do a great job. Kitchener, Ontario, yeah, Kitchener. Let me see here. I'm on my phone goofing here too. But yeah, I know Kitchener real well. I used to go from the Detroit area over to Rochester, New York quite often. My brother lived over there. I actually had a card shop over there for years, so we used to cut across. You know, I cut right through London and Hamilton and go right in there. I actually played junior hockey when I was a kid. I remember the first time I went through Canada. We went to Burlington, I think it was, and played in a tournament there. We got destroyed. And people realize hockey in Canada is like baseball in the United States. It's like every kid plays hockey in Canada, and it wasn't like that in the United States when I was a kid. But I would pop through there. We'd drive through there, and we'd always stop in London or whatever, and I'd pick up, some O-Pee-Chee cards when we were traveling back and forth. I'd just grab O-Pee-Chee, stop in London, stop at a store. But I think Kitchener's not too far away from there, isn't it? Kind of like between Toronto and London, I think. Yeah, I believe so. I know I've never seen signs for it. You're born with skates on, yeah. Yeah, I pretended. I didn't start skating until oh geez. Well, I had a buddy who was his dad was a really good hockey player, and he got me involved in it late middle school, which is way too late to start hockey. Yeah, I was big in O-fish, but I served my purpose on the team when I played. I didn't do anything real well, but I took up space, and I was pretty solid. So other than that, I don't think I contributed a whole lot. Yeah, O-Pee-Chee. Yep. Yeah, I got a lot of the O-Pee-Chee. I still got unopened packs from the 70s and O-Pee-Chee, 70s and 80s. Like I said, I'd pick some up many times when I'd be going through there. Anyway, what was I got a Willie Hernandez on here forever. Jim Rice, maybe he's more of a guy people will recognize than Willie Hernandez. But I was going on my phone to see what the stream looked like. And people will think, oh, what a rookie. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. But whatever. Just doing what I can. And then it's neat driving through there, too, when you're going from Detroit over to New York, coming through that way. You go through Brantford, isn't that birth or the hometown of Wayne Gretzky? I think his parents still live there, don't they? Is that Brantford, Ontario? I believe. Yeah, I remember when I learned that, I actually stopped in Brantford, and I think I stopped at a store and bought some O-Pee-Chee hockey cards in Brantford just to say I bought some hockey cards in the town where Wayne Gretzky is from. But I got a set of the 79 O-Pee-Chee with the Gretzky rookie. I got a top set of that too. In my PC. Those are my PC cards. I don't know if it's possible for me to view my own video while I'm doing it. Maybe I can. Wow. Oh, wow, that's going to be confusing. Let me turn the volume down. Yeah, it looks a little blurry. Yeah, that's way blurry. See, on my screen, it doesn't look that blurry at all, but that's because I've got my, so it's just a speed thing. Oh, okay, man, thanks for stopping by. Happy wife, happy life, man. Eat up, be merry. Eat, drink, be merry, man. Hope everything's good. I really appreciate you stopping. And like I said, I'm going to pop over and check yours out when I get off here. Awesome. Thanks a lot, JDLS. Yeah, so like I said, I'm still experimenting with this. It looks real clear on my screen, but I'm looking at the webcam video on a big screen that I got next to my, it's a rig I got here, but yeah, when I'm looking at my phone, I can see that it really looks choppy and broken up, and that's because my internet totally stinks, and I'm not going to be able to do stuff like this like these other guys. They probably got broadband, fiber optic, and stuff like that. I don't have all that stuff, and I complained multiple times about my internet speed. That they just like, yeah, we're doing the best we can. So you guys who have nice hardwire connections, you guys got it on me. So I'm just, it's going to be a tough watch for people watching this. I could tell that just from looking at my stream on my phone. But I can't get that to do anything. Anyways, so yeah. Felder, Young, Hubbard, Berenguer, Ernie Witt. Remember the Blue Jays teams that we used to battle with here in Detroit? Mike Dunn. Anyways, I'm going to be done opening these. I'm going to check out the video, see how it looks, see if it's even going to be worthwhile doing it a bunch more. If I can't get a better connection than this. Although in their defense, I'm not hardwired. I'm doing it through my Wi-Fi, and I may need to just run the Ethernet up here, and maybe that'll help out a little bit if I'm going to continue to do it. The background will usually change as I do videos. I just grab whatever off the shelf in my office, pop it there, and then put it back on the shelf where it was. And every time I do a stream, I'll probably throw something different up there. These are just kind of things I keep on the shelf in my office here in my house. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Watch out for Sluggo. He's going to be mean to me. I used to watch the Saturday Night Live. You guys don't know that. You young guys don't understand. But that's okay, though. You guys say us old guys don't understand. But it's okay. I got no problems with that. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in. I'm still looking to do the 100 sub giveaway. At some point, I'll figure out how I'm going to do that. But I got lots of cards. I got unopened stuff. I got tons of cards, Ripkins, cards from 70s, 80s. You guys got any want lists? Throw it down on the bottom there. I'll take a look at the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you want to. I don't know why, but why not? Anyways, give me a thumbs down if you want to, too. If I'm doing something wrong or you got tips, let me know. Be good, guys. See ya.